Manny has a lot of experience, you know, at the highest level and competing at the highest level. And that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he can tell you that himself.
He's older than me.
Oh,
I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a 8 different weight division is not that easy. I'm just saying this to repeat, you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter.
Well, you know, everybody, we all live our lives the way we want to live our lives. You know, everyone in this room have family, have friends. But when it comes to this, when it comes to boxing and competing and being the best, I'm not here to talk about what you did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about what nobody else did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about your personal life.
The blockbuster rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is gaining momentum following their first meeting over a staggering $600 million mega fight.
You know what's going on inside that square circle? I'm the best. No matter how you rate it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, no matter if you go to 100 years back, 300 years back, all the way to now, there's only one best, and that's Floyd Mayweather.
Pacquiao says now is the right time for a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, pointing out that Mayweather is preparing to return from retirement while he himself feels in strong condition.
why is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for the
Netflix has officially confirmed the blockbuster fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao for September 19, 2026. The announcement has electrified the boxing community, with fans already anticipating a record-breaking performance.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will rematch coming up this year, September 19th in Las Vegas at the Sphere. 11 years after their first fight in May of 2015, that still holds the record for the biggest pay-per-view of all time in the world of boxing and the biggest gate ever for a boxing event. But the platform is not Showtime Boxing, not Paramount Plus, not DAZN. The platform will be Netflix.
And their first encounter in 2015 was monumental, widely regarded as the biggest fight in boxing history. It shattered pay-per-view and revenue records, drawing massive global attention as Floyd Mayweather defeated Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas, creating a cultural sporting moment that extended far beyond the boxing world and into mainstream entertainment.
Fight comes 11 years after their first fight in 2015, which, like I mentioned, is still the biggest pay-per-view to date in the world of boxing, the most pay-per-view buys, followed by Mayweather versus McGregor, as well as the biggest gate. And honestly, that first fight, I was there in person. I lived it. I followed Manny around pretty much the whole entire camp. The buzz and the buildup for it has still been unmatched. Even that fight week, the buzz and the buildup is still unmatched. Like, the amount of press members that went to cover that fight that week, usually they set up a press room, and that press room was freaking packed the first day we got there, which was on a Tuesday. Still, I've been to hundreds and hundreds of fights, the biggest fights, and I've been doing this for a long time now. That's still the amount of attention, the amount of buzz has yet to be matched. In case you needed to be reminded, Manny and Floyd fought back in May of 2015, and what was literally, and this word gets used over and over again, fight of the century. All these other fights that have happened since this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they try to label themselves fight of the century, it's all cap. It doesn't matter. This literally, Mayweather and Pacquiao, the first fight, was the fight of the century. I got photos, I got videos, I got texts from people in San Diego and other cities waiting outside of bars. They were outside in the streets, huddled together, trying to watch the fight, not even in the bars, in the establishments. So that tells you like how big that fight was back in 2019.
Pacquiao says he learned a lot from his first fight with Floyd and believes that experience will make him better prepared this time around. He explained that both fighters are more mature now, and he hopes to avoid any past issues as he gets ready for their rematch.
Hemisphere, it's going to be a first of its kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and like, you know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight.
Pacquiao has openly admitted that he entered his 2015 bout with Floyd Mayweather not at 100% because of a right shoulder injury he suffered in training, which limited his ability to throw punches effectively.
You mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting through, popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Floyd Mayweather has already returned to serious ring training as he prepares to end his 9-year retirement and compete again this year, working out in the gym and sharing a training footage.
Watch it. I said that like I had my distance. That's why I stepped in. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance. I get touched that time. Hey,
Former world champion Timothy Bradley Jr. weighed in on the looming Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao rematch, saying Netflix is paying for great content. And this fight is ultimately about the money and entertainment value, not pure competition.
Yo, Tim the Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Look, I just got notice that Manny Pacquiao Mayweather about to go back at it in September. So a lot of guys coming out of retirement getting that Netflix money. Netflix is willing to pay for content, man, especially if you're popular. You know, they did Jake Paul. Jake Paul opened his damn door. Got to give it up for him. He opened his door. And Mike Tyson, they done other events as well. You know, Katie Taylor and Serrano as well. However, I was thinking De La Hoya was next. De La Hoya, you coming out of retirement? Clap back Thursdays. Nah, bring your ass out of retirement, big time. For real.
Instead of the traditional pay-per-view model, Netflix's global reach and subscription base create massive commercial potential through subscriptions, sponsorships, merchandise, and international exposure, with the event being touted as one of the biggest sporting nights of the year.
When people say the biggest fight in boxing history, you know, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, you know, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight. These were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
They want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal, because the NFL can get tens of millions of people to watch the same thing at the same time.
Many fans and commentators believe Floyd Mayweather's return to the ring is driven more by financial motives than sporting ambition. Some point to his history of high-earning exhibition fights and his flashy lifestyle to suggest he keeps fighting for big paydays rather than competition.
Had a gambling problem. Of course his situation's unstable. I mean, this is about as predictable as anything I could imagine. Steve, how old is Floyd at this point?
47, and he has not had a real fight since 2015 when he beat Berto. Then he had the foray against Conor McGregor 2017, and he's done some exhibitions. And I don't know if you know this, Jason, but he actually made an official announcement with the press release. I'm unretiring, get this, after my exhibition with Mike Tyson in April.
I heard this, yeah.
So that's in the Congo, Rumble in the Jungle Part 2. But yeah, it's for the money. If you, just Google Floyd's name and the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And why is he doing it?
Mayweather is involved in a major lawsuit related to his financial affairs, including claims against his former business associates and promotional partners. According to reports, Mayweather has filed legal action alleging that his longtime advisor Al Hyman and Showtime Sports were involved in a scheme that deprived him of hundreds of millions of dollars, prompting him to sue to recover those funds and damages.
A couple of things, if you look at the article on Boxing Scene, something doesn't smell right about it. A couple things that don't smell right is it's 10 years after the fact. There are an army of attorneys, lawyers, accountants making sure boxers get paid at Floyd's level. And the idea that Floyd could be in a position where he's starting to run out of money and is looking for a reason that this money isn't his anymore. Paulie, what the first thing that jumps out at you about this amount, about the timing, about everything about this lawsuit, what jumps to your mind first, Paulie, when you think about it, as a boxer on the inside?
What jumps to my mind first is probably the beginning is the 10 years later.
Yeah, same.
I'm very curious about, you know, I don't want to say the veracity, because obviously that's the strong word to use in this situation, because this may or may not have.
Meanwhile, Rayleigh Romero has chimed in on the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch buzz by echoing what many fighters and influencers are saying, that Floyd Mayweather is likely to beat Manny Pacquiao again. While Romero hasn't faced either legend himself, his public confidence in Floyd reflect a wider belief among fighters that Mayweather's defensive mastery and experience make him a tough challenge for Pacquiao, especially at this stage in both careers. This sentiment is mirrored by other high-profile figures like Conor McGregor, who also picked Mayweather to secure another victory in their 2026 rematch. Fans see this as part of the narrative that Mayweather's strategic style and unbeaten pedigree keep him ahead, even if the bout is driven heavily by entertainment and commercial appeal rather than pure competition.
Huge announcement that's come today, official now. Floyd Mayweather returns to the ring against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch. What do you think about that fight?
I don't think anyone was expecting that, was they? Seems like things can happen very quickly.
Was it correct that you were in talks with Manny Pacquiao at one point? How far did they get?
I mean, you didn't see Sean Gibbons and call me out like I don't know how many times, all that stuff, right? It just, it's complicated. And beat him again.